Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, FD465.tv. Today, I want to bring you a video on the leading blockchain strengths and weaknesses. I'm only going to pick one for each, one strength and one weakness. But before I jump into this week's video, guys, please note that what I'm going to share with you today are just my own opinions, meant for entertainment as well as educational purposes. It's not financial advice. And for those from the UK, this video is not intended for UK audiences. Why? The UK authorities do deem crypto assets to be an extremely risky asset class. Therefore, you should not be watching any crypto-related content. That said, you are from the rest of the world. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. And please consider subscribing to our channel, a channel that brings you a non-conventional way for anything crypto-related. Try and educate you one way or another. So like I said, I want to consider the leading cryptocurrencies or blockchain projects, including Bitcoin, of course, and ETH. Share with you what the underlying technology is, one strength for each and one weakness for each. There are some people who don't actually believe that Bitcoin is what a weakness. They think it's all about strength. Bitcoin is strong in every sense. No, it's not. It has its own weaknesses. Ethereum, we know that, and any other project within the space. And crappy projects will have more weaknesses than strengths. But in this video, I don't have time to cover every strength and every weakness, so I'll pick one strength and one weakness for each of the leading blockchain networks or cryptocurrencies that I'm going to review as part of this video. So let's start with Bitcoin and its underlying technology. Bitcoin's proof of work or POW consensus mechanism is highly decentralized with thousands of nodes securing the network globally. The decentralization makes it extremely secure and resistant to attacks, censorship, and manipulation, serving as a solid foundation for Bitcoin's role as digital gold or store of value. Now, strength for Bitcoin, like you can tell from the underlying technology, is decentralization and security. Why? Bitcoin's robust proof of work consensus mechanism, along with its wide network of nodes, provides a high level of security and resistance to censorship, making it the most decentralized and secure blockchain. So we are not just throwing Hawkam at you, we're trying to connect the different aspects of Bitcoin to give you a solid justification why we think this is Bitcoin's strength. What about the Bitcoin weakness? There are a few, but one of them is scalability and that tired old argument of environmental impact. Bitcoin's proof of work consensus mechanism is deemed energy intensive, raising concerns about its environmental impact. Additionally, its scalability is limited, leading to slow transaction times and high fees during periods of high demand. So like you see, Bitcoin is not perfect. Anyone who tells you that they are just being a maxi, they don't know what they're talking about. They're brainwashed. Next, let's look at Ethereum, the underlying technology for Ethereum, of course. Ethereum's support for Turing complete smart contract enables developers to create decentralized applications or dApps. Its strong developer community and first mover advantage on the smart contract front have led to the largest ecosystem of decentralized finance or DeFi. Strength for Ethereum, its smart contracts and developer ecosystem. Why is that? Ethereum's ability to run Turing complete smart contract has led to the largest ecosystem of decentralized applications or dApps, decentralized finance or DeFi platforms, and non-fungible tokens or NFTs. What about the weakness for Ethereum? Oh, where do I start? I won't list everything. I'll just list a couple. You got high gas fees and scalability issues. Ethereum's current proof of stake network will face scalability challenges. We know moving on to Ethereum 2.0 did not address those issues. They remain. So Ethereum scalability and gas fees will always remain. I know the cluster of layer 2s is trying to take some load, but the issues will always remain on Ethereum. And those layer 2s, majority of them are centralized anyway. So no, that's not a good solution in my view. Moving on, let's move on to Solana and its underlying technology. Solana utilizes a unique consensus mechanism called proof of history or POH, combined with proof of stake or POS, enabling it to process thousands of transactions per second with very low transaction fees. It's wonderful to use Solana blockchain. The fees are cheap. This scalability makes it particularly attractive for high-frequency trading and applications requiring fast transaction time, like meme coins, because it's cheap. Strength for Solana, high throughput and low latency. And why is that? Solana's unique proof of history combined with proof of stake enables it to process transactions in thousands per second with very low transaction fees, making it highly efficient and scalable. Like I said, meme coins. That's why we've had the meme coin season on Solana. Weaknesses for Solana, you got network reliability and centralization concerns. I know the centralization element is still debatable because there are those who say no, it is decentralized, but we know in crypto anyone can slap the label decentralization or decentralized when something is not really decentralized. You could say it's a shade of gray. Where do you stop? Where do you say this is proper gray and that's not? Anyway, moving on to the weaknesses for Solana, or list just a couple, is the ones within the technology. Solana has experienced several network outages and downtimes, raising concerns about its reliability. Additionally, there are concerns about the centralization decentralization of nodes and validators, which could pose security risks. The thing here in crypto is, when these things haven't happened, everyone is oblivious to that. But as soon as they happen, people open their eyes. Oh my God, it was obvious. You didn't see that? People did the same thing with Luna. I remember we did a video, I think it was in early 2022. We said something about Luna and we were being criticized. Oh, Dokwan is one of the leading voices within this space. You can't say that. He knows what I'm thinking. No, there's something fishy about this thing. And the tokenomics, they favored investors, private investors than the community. So I said, no, this is dodgy. But anyway, now I can say that freely. But back then, getting criticized and there's a new channel, you just crawl back under your rock. But now, I think I should speak out more often for things that I find uncomfortable. Anyway, moving on, let's go to Ripple, which is XRP. The underlying technology, XRP Ledger's consensus algorithm allows near instantaneous settlement of transactions, typically within seconds, at minimal cost. Ripple's focus on cross-border payments makes it a powerful tool for financial institutions looking to streamline international transactions. Strengths for Ripple: fast and cost-effective cross-border payments. Why? XRP Ledger's consensus algorithm allows for near instantaneous settlement for transactions at minimal cost, making it ideal for cross-border payments and remittance. And the weakness for XRP: regulatory uncertainty. Ripple has faced legal challenges, particularly in the United States, where the Security Exchange Commission has accused it of selling unregistered security. This regulatory uncertainty can significantly impact XRP's adoption and value, but we know recent changes have provided some clarity. Probably XRP is one of the few cryptocurrencies that has got partial, if anything, partial clarity on the fact that it's not a security, I think. So regulatory uncertainty, if it's going to come, is going to affect where Ripple places itself alongside traditional finance, because if it's doing cross-border payments and remittances, where is TradeFi going to sit or stand, and are they going to go away quietly? I don't think so. I think this fight is not over yet. It might be that the SEC is finished, but the players who were pushing the SEC to sue Ripple, I think they'll come out and show their clothes and say, here, we are not happy with this, we're not happy with that, we're not happy. Because I don't think the SEC acted alone. I think they were being pushed by someone else. But that just is my own opinion, guys. Anyway, next, Polkadot. Underlying technology for Polkadot. Polkadot's design includes a relay chain that connects multiple heterogeneous blockchains, parachains, allowing them to interoperate and share information securely and seamlessly. This interoperability fosters a more interconnected and versatile blockchain ecosystem. The strength for Polkadot, you got interoperability between blockchains. And why is that a strength? Polkadot's relay chain allows for seamless interoperability between different blockchains, facilitating communication and data transfer across multiple networks. And the weakness for Polkadot, I'll probably need half a day to do that. No, I'm kidding. Polkadot's architecture is complex, which can be a barrier to develop adoption and understanding. Additionally, despite its potential, its ecosystem is still maturing and it's struggling big, and adoption has been slower compared to more established platforms. I think we said something of the same ilk when we were updating our community for the 15K to 600K portfolio updates. We said the same thing. Moving on to Cardano. Underlying technology for Cardano. Cardano employs a methodical, peer-reviewed approach to development, utilizing formal verification to code correctness and security. Its Ouroboros proof-of-stake consensus algorithm is also designed with sustainability and security in mind, positioning Cardano as a highly reliable platform for smart contracts and dApps. Strengths for Cardano is research-driven development and formal verification. Cardano's development approach is based on peer-reviewed academic research and formal verification methods, ensuring a high level of security and reliability in its code base. And the weakness for Cardano, slow development and ecosystem growth. Cardano's meticulous development process has led to slower rollout of features compared to other platforms who operate on the basis that you go to market quick, break things and fix them. Solana is one of them, I think. And that has hindered Cardano's growth and the growth of its dApp and DeFi ecosystem. Okay, that's on Cardano. Moving on to Avalanche Network. Underlying technology. Avalanche's consensus protocol, known as Avalanche Consensus, enables sub-second finality and supports the creation of custom blockchains or subnets that can be tailored to specific use cases. This flexibility, combined with the high throughput, makes Avalanche ideal for diverse applications from DeFi to enterprise solutions. Strengths for Avalanche: speed and customizability. Avalanche's consensus protocol offers sub-second finality and supports the creation of custom blockchains or subnets, making it flexible and adaptable to various use cases. And weaknesses: its competition and network adoption. Avalanche faces intense competition from other smart contracts platforms like Ethereum, Solana, Binance Smart Chain. Despite its technological advantages, achieving widespread adoption for Avalanche remains and will always remain a challenge until something changes. But I think now they are making inroads with public bodies. I think at the moment moment, they've got an agreement or they've got a collaboration with California Department for Transport or something of that ilk, where they are going to be transferring vehicle title on chain. That could be huge because California, I think you're talking of several millions of people in California. So if that happens, that's a market for several million people there already. Moving on to Cosmos Network. Underlying technology for Cosmos, it uses the inter-blockchain communication or IBC protocol to facilitate interoperability between independent blockchains. This approach aims to create an internet of blockchains where various networks can transfer assets and data freely, promoting greater connectivity and collaboration across the blockchain space. Strengths for Cosmos Network: blockchain interoperability. That's the strength. Cosmos uses the inter-blockchain communication or IBC protocol to enable interoperability between independent blockchains, aiming to create an internet of blockchains. I think to an extent, they are probably halfway there. Weaknesses for Cosmos Network: it's the fragmentation and lack of strong network effects. While Cosmos excels in interoperability, its network can be somewhat fragmented, with many independent blockchains that may not have strong network effects or a cohesive ecosystem like Ethereum or Binance Smart Chain. Moving on, the Open Network or TON. Underlying technology, originally developed by Telegram, TON or the Open Network leverages a unique design that supports massive scalability and fast transaction. Its close integration with messaging platforms like Telegram allows for easy adoption and a user-friendly experience, potentially bringing blockchain technology to millions of users. Strengths for the TON network or the Open Network: high scalability and integration with messaging platforms. TON's unique design supports massive scalability and fast transaction. Its potential integration with messaging platforms like Telegram could drive widespread adoption and ease of use. And weakness for TON: regulatory challenges and centralization concerns. TON has faced regulatory scrutiny in the past in its previous guise, and its close association with Telegram could raise concerns once again about centralization and potential compliance issues in various jurisdictions. Finally, we go to Binance Chain. Underlying technology: Binance Chain and its parallel Binance Smart Chain is tightly integrated with Binance Global Exchange platform, providing high liquidity and extensive ecosystem support for projects built on the chain. Its dual architecture supports fast transactions on Binance Chain and smart contracts on Binance Smart Chain, making it a versatile platform for trading and dApps. Strengths for Binance and Binance Smart Chain: exchange-driven liquidity and ecosystem support. Binance Chain's integration with Binance Global Exchange platform provides high liquidity and extensive support for projects, making it an attractive option for developers and traders. And the weakness: centralization and, of course, regulatory concerns. Binance Chain is often criticized for its centralization, as Binance has significant control over the network. Additionally, Binance faces regulatory scrutiny in several countries, which could pose risks to the chain's future. We think that's coming down now. The risk level is coming down because the biggest market or largest market, the US, struck a deal with Binance, and I think they are moving along amicably. At the moment, the US authorities, I think they're deeply embedded within Binance, which is something I don't like. That shouldn't happen. When the time finally comes for them to leave and go of their own way, what will they leave behind within the network and stuff? They might leave some sinister mechanisms within that network or that ecosystem. No one knows. Anyway, guys, that was my piece on the leading projects, their strengths and weaknesses. Let me know your thoughts, and does that sway you one or another when it comes to development? Let me know in the comment section. Until the next one, I'm your host, FD for 65.tv, signing out for now. Bye.